Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd go through all the books on my summer TBR because you might have read these, you might be able to tell me if I should read them or not, or maybe you also want to put them onto your summer TBR. So let's dive in. My first one is a little bit naughty. I have picked up the Windy City series with the new edges and they are just stunning, and I kind of want to immerse myself back in this Chicago sports romance world again. I read these years ago. I can't remember when they came out, but I read them when they first came out. We're talking a little while ago. Oh, they've got artwork inside. They are so cute. Let's see when they were published. 2022. So yeah, I'd read these back in 2022, which is 4 years ago now. So it feels like a while. And you all have the sports set in Chicago. You've got ice hockey, I'll Never Date You, in Mile High. You've got basketball, fake dating in the second book, baseball coach's daughter, baseball woke up in Vegas married. And then the fifth book is ice hockey, second chance, sports proximity romance. And then I haven't actually read In Her Own League yet. I've been saving it because I want to re-dive into the series, feel that connection to the series again, read the 5 books and then read the spin-off books because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had Xander's and Stevie's story. Like a little bit too long. And I think with all of the off-campus excitement around that, I just think I want to be back in this world again. I think I'm ready to be back in this world, but we will see. We will see. So yeah, this is a really naughty one to put onto my TBR. It's just a very quick mention, but it is on my summer TBR. I found this, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've done a lot more rereads than ever if you've been watching like my wrap-ups of each month with the yes no maybe that I do on TikTok. But yeah, I'm finding that I'm having to have a few more comfort reads than normal, or maybe I'm just running out of books. Is that possible? Who knows? Then I've picked up 3 books by Christina Lauren. I haven't read anything by this author, but I've always been told if you like romance, I think they're 2 friends, one is called Christina and one is called Lauren. I've always been told to read them. So the first one is The Honey Don't List. I love the cover of this. So it says, for the last decade, Carrie has poured her heart into working for the Trips. Now with a new show, a book about to launch, and a brand built on their marriage, the couple are on the verge of superstardom. There's only one problem: they can't stand each other. That would be quite good. That would be quite good. I wonder if it is dual point of view. And there's like little interviews with them. Ooh, that one's gonna be good. Then the one that I see a lot everywhere is The Unhoneymooners. I've seen this cover all over the place. It says Olive, I love the name Olive, is always unlucky. Her identical twin sister Amy, on the other hand, is probably the luckiest person in the world. While she's about to marry her dream man, Olive is forced to play nice with her nemesis, the best man, Ethan. So that's kind of like a forced proximity situation. And there's text messages. Maybe that's why you guys have been recommending this author to me so much that I'm finally listening. And then the final one, which I think is the most famous, is The Soulmate Equation. This is the one that whenever I'm like, oh, I don't know what romance book to read, don't know what to pick up, a lot of people have recommended this to me. And this one says Jess is a numbers genius. Oh, I love that. I'm a mathematician, so I like that. But when it comes to love, she has to accept there's no magic formula. Juggling a career with raising her daughter, she's a single mom. No wonder you guys keep recommending. It's not surprising that her love life is non-existent. When yet another day ends in disaster, she's prepared to give up on love for good. But then she hears about Genetic Alley, a buzzing new matchmaking company using DNA. Oh, so it's a little bit STEM. I don't know how I feel about STEM. We're going to talk about STEM in a second, but maybe that'll be good. So yeah, these 3 are on my TBR. If you have read them, let me know which one was your favorite, but I think they're all standalones, and I love that the fact that it's 2 friends writing together. Okay, talking STEM. This is back on my TBR. I've tried to read this. I've DNF'd it a few times. I'm just not the biggest STEM fan when it comes to Ali Hazelwood. I don't know why, but there's a few Ali Hazelwood books. We've got Love to Love You, Love on the Brain, and Love Theoretically that follow on after this. We're gonna give it another go. I don't know why. I just find as soon as we go STEM, I'm not interested. I have a STEM degree and I just think it feels too real life. And when I'm reading romance, I want to escape. I don't want to feel like I'm in the world I live in. But yeah, Olive and another Olive and Adam's story, we're going to try it again. There's a film coming out. I think everyone's going to be really obsessed with the film. So we are going to give it a go. I might do like a little reading vlog of me reading this so you can see my reactions, because I don't know if that'll be good or not. We will see. Time will tell. But this is needs to be on my summer TBR because I need to read it, but I kind of don't want to read it. Then I'm a huge fan of the Culpable series by Mercedes Ron. You can probably just see the bottom of the covers here. And this is I don't know what this series is called. We've got Tell Me Softly, Tell Me with Kisses, and Tell Me in Secret. These are dinky books. I don't think they'll take me long to read. And I think it is like a best friend brother situation, like she's drawn between these two brothers, and I'm really, really excited to read this one. I really like Mercedes Ron's writing style. Obviously they're written in Spanish originally and translated. I personally don't recognize the translation. Sometimes when I've read translated books in the past, I'm like, you can feel it's been translated. It feels like some of the story's missing. With this, I don't think you can. So I'm very excited to put this onto my TBR. But it says, Camilla has everything under control, or so she thought. She hadn't planned for the Di Bianco brothers to return and turn her world upside down. Thiago got her first kiss. Taylor always protected her. And I know it's been already turned into, I want to say, a film over a TV series on Prime. So I will be watching it after. So that one is definitely on. When I say summer TBR, we're covering July and August. So I've got 2 months to get through a lot of these. Then the next one we have is a 4-book series. I think they can all technically be read as standalones, but the order I have been recommended is Between Commitment and Betrayal, Between Love and Loathing, which is the red one, then Between Never and Forever, and then last but not least, Between Desire and Denial. And this is the Hardy Billionaire series by Shane Rose. Now, if you like a billionaire romance, I'm thinking TL Swan specifically, everybody has told me to pick this series up because it's got fake marriage, it's got all the tropes that we love from billionaire romances, and of course, it's got billionaires, it's got text messages, it's dual point of view. Like, I feel like it's going to give me everything I want. It's got a little content warning as well. So everybody has said to me, because I went in through a bit of a phase of reading like the Windsor series, TL Swan's Mile High series. What else did I read? There was a couple of things I was reading. They were all billionaire focused, and everyone said, have you tried Shane Rose? And a lot of people have told me you can read them in any order, but I think I'll stick with the order that is recommended from the author and also the order they were written in, just because then if there is any overlap, it's not going to ruin it for me. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this one. I'm hoping it's a little bit spicy. You gotta have spice with billionaires. They're a little bit kinky sometimes. Then this series, I'm gonna be honest, I picked them up because I like the colour of them. This is the Hoops series by Kennedy Ryan, and I think with it being called Hoops, the men are basketball players, and I think there's meant to be trauma, some spice. Obviously, it's a sports romance, so it does focus around sports as well, but I think it's meant to give a little bit of everything, and I'm really excited for that. I feel like I need something sports related after the Mile High, and I'll read the Windy City series where it's not something I've already read, because these are calling to me again and I'm having to ignore them. So I'm really hoping that Hoops delivers. But yeah, I know little to nothing about this series. If you have read it, let me know. We're going to go in a little bit blind with this one. Sometimes I need to. Sometimes I don't want to read all the blurbs. Then I know, of course, it's summer, but I do have a fantasy series on my TBR for summer. And this is the Compelling Fate Saga by Sophia St. Germain. This was originally indie published and it wasn't on my radar. And then it got trad published and a lot of people have said it's amazing. So I have picked it up. I have been told it's going to give me the vibes that ACOTAR gave me, but it's a completed series. There's 4 books in the series. For some reason, I forgot to bring book 2 with me, but there's 4 books in the series and it is completed. So it says half fae, Alessia. I love that she's half fae because you know it's going to be held against her at some point. Could have led a charmed life, making the most of her ability to compel anyone to do her bidding just by looking in their eyes. But after a tragic accident, she's thrown into the Fae King's dungeons and forced to swear a blood oath binding her to his service. 5 years later, she's living amongst humans in Elo and has created a life for herself. But her debt to the king still hangs over her head and he has come to collect. I wonder if he's like a young king, an evil king, an old king, a scary king. I love kind of thinking how the author's going to show the king. Tasked with infiltrating the human elections to determine whether the current region is involved in strange events in the land of Fae, Alicia knows that this is her only chance at freedom. If she can only prevent her lethal and ever-watching Fae god from eliminating her before she can unearth the information the king seeks. But as she grows closer to the brooding human region and secrets begin to unravel, Alicia realises greater forces may be at play, and soon she's faced with a choice, her own freedom or that of an entire nation. That sounds so good. And there's a map. I don't know if you know this about me, but if it doesn't have a map and a fancy book, I don't want to read it. I do think it's all one point of view. I'm currently reading a vampire book that's all one point of view, and normally I'm not a big fan, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So we will see. But this one's definitely on the TBR. And then last but by no means least, I have quite a few crime books, and I don't know which ones. So we have Gillian McAllister, Shari LaPena, who's like a go-to favourite of mine. We also have Andrea Mara and then Megan Lally, I think is how you say it. But I have recently just read a Shari LaPena book, so I feel like her books are definitely calling to me. This bundle I picked up had 4 books that I hadn't read from her. I've read The Couple Next Door. I've read She Didn't See It Coming. And then I have read, I can't remember the title of the third one, about the child going missing. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to give these a go. I think these came out before the ones that I have read. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to give this a go. I feel like if you haven't read a lot of crime and thriller, Shari LaPena does it really well. She is a great author. She specifically tends to have a main female character, which is great. And the drama and the tension is just super, super high. So definitely this whole shelf is on my TBR because I'm back in my crime era. Well, more psychological thriller. I'm back in my psychological thriller. Maybe because it's light outside, I'm not going to get scared. Maybe that's why, but we'll see. So that brings us to the end of books on my TBR for summer. Please let me know in the comments what's on your TBR, and if you have read any of mine, let me know what you think. Make sure you turn on subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you're notified when I post each Sunday, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, my book lovelies.